Hello and welcome to this session of Advanced Excel Formulas. In this session, we are going to cover formulas that are related to the if statements. If statements are advanced formulas that are normally used when you want to analyze your data and come up with formulas that will give you certain criteria. And with me here, I have created a workbook that will enable us to go through a variety of if statement formulas that are in use here. The first one that we are going to tackle will be the if statement formula. Now, if statement is a formula in Excel that helps in analyzing the contents of a single cell, and it analyzes the contents of a single cell and compares it against a condition that you've specified or a condition that you've stipulated. If the contents of the cell that you are analyzing surpasses the condition that you've set, then the formula will give you a true value, a true statement, or a true formula. But if the contents that you are analyzing don't meet or don't surpass the condition that you've stipulated, then the formula will give you a false value or statement. So let us go straight to how the if statement is applied so that we can be able to see what happens if we use the if statement formula. So with me, I have come up with data that we are going to use. This is the student's grade sheet. It has column A through to column E. There is student name, there is the age of students, the exam score, there is age status, and there is grade. So we have a grade here. And first, we are going to look at the age status. And you can see the age status, we've stipulated a condition. There are conditions that have been stipulated here. Now for age, if the content or the cell that we are analyzing surpasses 20 as the condition, then the formula will give back youth. But if it is less than 20, the formula will give us teen. So if it is greater than, we can use greater than or equal to 20, the formula will return youth. But if it is less than 20, the formula will return teen. So let us see how that is to be done using the if statement formula. First, we are going to precede every formula with an equal sign. So every formula is preceded with an equal sign. Then we type if. Then double click on, you can see if checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. So I'll double click on the if. Then you click on the value that you are testing, the logical test, the value that you are testing here, which is 34. So B4, where there is age, so 34. We are analyzing 34. We are analyzing 34. So if that cell, which is B4, and it represents 34, is greater than, so we are going to look at a condition that you've stipulated. If that is greater than or equal, now the condition is 20, we type 20. Now if B4 is greater than or equal to 20, comma, then the formula should give you youth. So the youth is going to be put in bracket in quotations. So full quotation, youth. Then you close the quotation. But if that is not met, then the formula should return teen. So the formula should return teen, and we are going to have the teen there. So if before the cell that you are analyzing is greater than or equal to 20, the formula will return youth. Otherwise, if that condition is not met, the formula will return teen. So teen is going to be there. You close the bracket, and after closing the bracket, you hit enter and returns that this person is a youth. You can see the person is a youth because the age is 34. 34 is greater than 20, and therefore the formula returns youth. Once that has been done, you copy your formula down up to where Tonet Meg is, and the rest will be pre-filled. Now, Lewis is a youth. David Jack is a youth. Cheryl is a teen. Of course, the age is 18. Gary Hall is 15 years. That one is a teen. We have another youth here. Of course, everything has been brought by your formula or the formula that we entered. So if the age is greater than 20, the formula returns youth. But if the age is less than 20, the formula returns teen, as it has been seen in the if statement formula. Now again, we also have exam score, and we are going to analyze the exam score using the condition that have been stipulated here. Now, the condition is that if somebody scores greater than or equal to 60, the formula will return pass. But if somebody scores less than, this one should be less than. If somebody scores less than 60, the formula should return fail. So how is that particular formula applicable? So equal sign, then if, then you double click on the if, you click on the cell that you're analyzing, in this case you're analyzing 80, 80 is C4, C4, so instead of clicking, you can just write C4, that is if you know the cell that you're analyzing, comma, if C4 is greater than, or equal to 60, the condition is 60 here, 60, comma, then the formula will return pass. So pass should be in quotation, the formula should return pass. You close the quotation, otherwise the formula should return fail. So if the condition above on the left is not met, the formula should return fail. And fail should also be in quotation. So fail should also be in quotation like that. So after that, you hit enter, and the formula, of course, has some error. So we see where the error is. So if C4 is greater than or equal to 60, comma, the formula should return a pass. Otherwise, the formula should return fail. So let us see where the error in the formula is. And okay. So the formula is going to be redone. So if C4 is greater than or equal to 60, comma, then the formula should return pass. You close that, comma. If that is not the case, the formula should return fail. So the formula should return fail. Then we close the bracket and we punch enter. Let us see where the error is. C4 greater than or equal to, okay, so the comma was there after C4, then enter. Now it comes back. So we were putting the formula in just after C4, which was wrong. So if you miss a quotation, if you miss a comma, or if you miss where to place anything, the formula will give you errors, which is what we've encountered in our just concluded errors that happened there. So if you punch enter, then pass. That means if you score 80, the formula will return pass. Let us copy the formula down using the autofill here. So you click on the bottom right side of the formula, then drag it down all the way to Tonet Meg. So the rest, everybody who scored above 60, the formula returns pass. Anybody above 60, the formula returns pass. Anything below that, fail. Like a Cheryl failed, got 50. Gary 40, that one failed, all the way to 72 here, that is Vim, who scored 72, and that is a pass. So that is how the if statement is applicable in analyzing whatever data that you have in terms of what we've seen here. So the formula can be applied in a variety of ways. You can use it to be able to determine whether your sales were high or they were low sales, or whichever any other analysis that you want to come up with. So that is the if statement. We now want to move to the second analysis, which is nested if. So on our other sheet, we have nested if, which we want to go to and analyze how different things can be done now using the nested if statement. Now, nested if statement, just like the if statement, it analyzes the contents of a single cell. It analyzes the contents of a single cell and compares it against a given condition, and compares it against given conditions. So it analyzes the contents of a single cell, but compares it against given conditions, compares it against given set of conditions, and it returns a true value or statement if the tested condition is met. Otherwise, it will be returning a false value or statement if the tested conditions are not met. So the nested if statement, it analyzes the contents of a single cell and compares the contents against several given conditions, so that it returns a single value statement or formula if one of the condition is met. Otherwise, if no condition is met, then it returns a single false value statement or formula. That is the nested statement here. So in this case, we want to analyze the grades of students on this student's grade sheet. And with me here, I have the students' names. There is Cat 1, there is Cat 2, there is Assignment 1, there is Assignment 2, there is presentation that was done, there is an exam that was also done, then there is total, then there is analysis for grade 1, and also analysis for grade 2 in that particular order. So first, we want to get the total. Remember, for you to get the total, it has to be the summation all the way from Cat 1 to exam. And the best formula that we can use here is AutoSum. You can see AutoSum. So you just click on sum and it predicts that indeed you want to sum everything on the left. So that is AutoSum. Then you punch enter. Or you can say sum. Then you double click on the sum. Then you just highlight what you want to sum up to exam. Then you close your bracket. Then you punch enter. That is the same thing. Anyway, I want to drag the formula down so that the rest of the answers can be pre-filled. Then I want to reduce this to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place, which means I'll decrease the decimals here. You decrease the decimal so that it's 1 decimal place. Then there is grade 1, there is grade 2, and there is the conditions that we want to follow here. So you can either come up with A, B, C, D, E, or from distinction through fail. If a student scores above 75 or equals to 75, the formula should return grade A or distinction. If a student scores 60 or above, the formula should return either B or credit. If a student scores 40 or above, the student should return C or pass. If a student scores 30 or above, the formula should return D or refer. If a student scores 30, less than 30, if a student scores now less than 30, if a student scores less than 30, that one is to be changed, then that should be an E or fail. So we'll start A through E for grade 1, then distinction through fail for grade 2 here, using the nested if statement. The only difference between nested if statement and the if statement is that for if statement, there is only one condition. But for nested if statement, you'll be comparing the contents of your cell against several given conditions. So straight to the formula, you precede your formula with an equal sign. Then if double click on the if. So if the cell that you are analyzing is where the totals are, if that is 23 here, H4, which is 23, is greater than or equal, the condition is 75, so greater than or equal to 75. If H4 is greater than or equal to 75, then comma, this formula should give you A. So you type A, then close it in the quotation marks, then comma. Again, if, again double click on the if, the same H4, which is 23, is greater than or equal to, the other condition was 60, greater than or equal to 60, comma, then the formula should give you credit. So the next one there was credit. Then that one is also enclosed in the closing bracket, then comma. If the same cell, H4, formula is missing an opening here. So if, then you double click on the if H4, the same cell, is greater than or equal to 40, greater than or equal to 40, then the formula should give us C. So we're going to type C in quotation. So that will be C. Then you close the C like that. I missed here. So this ought to have been D. So I'm going to correct this to D. There is A, not B, but B. A, B, C. Then now we move. Again, if H4 is greater than or equal to 30, comma, the formula should return or give us a D. So that one is a D there. We close. But now we are on the last one. We have A, we have B, we have C, we have D. Now for the last one, there's no need of starting with if again. You just come up with the comma, then you bring the quotation. Of course, it assumes that whatever has been said already is not met. Then whatever follows will be E. That is what, if what is on the left is not met, then the formula should just give you E straight away. So if you don't meet to be in the category of A, B, C, or D, then you'd be in the category of E. Then you close the brackets depending on the number of brackets that are open. So how many brackets are open? 1, 2, 3, 4 brackets are open. You're going to close ours with, again, 4 brackets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, you hit enter and it will give you that the first person indeed scored an E. So you can see our formula here, the way it has been typed on the formula bar, and that is what is expected of us to do. So you copy it down and the rest will just appear. A few people have gotten E's, others have gotten A, like 8 is an A, 43 is a C, 62 is a B, 39 is a D, all the way to 24 being an E, 85 is a A, we have C's, and we also have other D's there. So this is the score after analyzing these particular grades using the if statement formula. Again, we want to analyze the same thing, but now where there was an A or E or D or C, you are going to replace with distinction, credit, pass, refer, and fail in that order. This was 75. This was 75. Let me see if that was 75. It is correctly put. So again, we want to now replace with the distinction through to fail using the same formula. So equal sign, if, then you double click on the if. If the cell that you're analyzing is this 23 where there is total, that is E4, if that is greater than or equal to 75, comma, then the formula should give us distinction. the formula should give us distinction. The formula should give us distinction. Comma. If, again double click on the if, the same cell is greater than or equal to 60, comma, then the formula should give us credit. The formula should give us credit. So you enclose, comma, then again, if the same cell is greater than or equal to 40, then the formula should give us that was if it's greater than, that was pass, comma, then again, if the same cell is greater than or equal to 30, comma, the formula should give us refer. The formula should give us refer. You close the bracket, then the last one automatically, comma, then you bring in, the other one is fail. Then you close with the number of brackets that are open. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to close with the 4 brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope all the brackets have been presented, and that one is a fail for that particular student. So this one had everything. There was 30, there was 40, yeah. So once that is pre-filled, you copy your formula down again, and let us see if it is corresponding to the way we needed. So you can see E is fail, A is distinction, C is pass, B is credit, C is pass, B is credit, D is refer, E is fail, A is distinction again. So this is how you analyze your data using if statement and also using nested if statement. So that is if statement and nested if statement.